Yahweh's coming to judge the earth and all that is there. Time is running out for the heavens and the earth. God is coming up in the place, tearing things down. What will you do? It's time to amend your ways. Pointing those fingers, get yourselves together. Learn to love one another. Don't bear no grudge. Love mercy. That's the only way to be free. So come on. This is a message to the peoples of the world. Yahweh's coming to judge the earth and all that is there. Just because you think you right don't make you righteous. God only knows and he'll judge. Just because he's the master of all our souls. Stop pointing those fingers, get yourselves together. Learn to love one another. Don't bear no grudge. Love mercy, that's the only way to be free. This is a message to the peoples of the world. Yahweh's coming to judge the earth and all that is there. It's time to face our God and do things right. Baruch Hashem, Shel Yahweh Eloheinu, King of all our lives. Brothers and sisters, get yourselves together. Learn to love one another. Don't bear no grudge. Love mercy. That's the only way to be free. This is a message to the peoples of the world. Yahweh's coming to judge the earth and all that is there. This is a message to the peoples of the world. Yahweh's coming to judge the earth and all that is there. This is a message to the peoples of the world. This is a message to the peoples of the world. Yahweh's coming. Yahweh's coming to judge the earth and all that is there. This is a message.
Right. All right. I'm back. My name is Yamsufa Aretha, and this is the Real Talk for Real People study program. I, along with my lovely Isha in Hebrew, my wife, Nasanya, who is the administrator of the show, a daughter of Zion, who does her due diligence and more obligation as such by administering the show and lending her voice into the ethos. Our brother, your brother, Nasanya and I, personal friend, Brother Cottrell, fellow elder from New York City. We're here to do our due diligence and more obligation as such by way of the instructions on these studies. Yes, we are student teachers, meaning that our studies are ongoing as yours should be. But before I introduce Nasanya, and by the way, she's having some technical difficulties, and she may be having a problem to get on, but she's trying to get on. But before I introduce Nasanya, Brother Contra, I'd simply like to make some contemporary comments, if I may. I know that I suspect that a lot of people will not be happy to be informed that I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Jew, I'm not a Muslim, and so on. But I am, as most fellow students, a brother, the original people, the scattered people throughout this universe. Not the ones that there, the Ashkenazi Jews, but the original people who are still scattered throughout this universe. Simply said, what I am, what I've always been, is most so-called people of color throughout this universal captivity, along with some Hamites, because they were taken into captivity also. Yisrael, Hebrew Yisrael, not an Ashkenazi Jew. Those people, they're Europeans. All the original people were Europeans. They were so-called people of color. How can you leave in captivity people of color and come back white? If you believe that fallacy, I have some beachfront property for you for sale in the middle of Texas, going dirt cheap. You believe that fairy tale. So, without further ado, I can't seem to introduce my Isha, Lasagna. She seemed to be still having some problems. But as soon as she come on, we'll get right with her. Brother Cottrell, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Thank you, Brother Yam Sufadi. May the Most High bless you and my sister Nasanya as well, and our whole nation. Bless you, my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Holy One of Yisrael, the Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yisrael. Thanking him for all things and everything. And Brother Yam Sufadi.
Thank you, brother.
Nasanya is not the administrator of the show, but she's the administrator of the program. Because
Yes.
we ain't trying
That's right.
to show.
Thank you, Brother Carter. We're no show. We're not for show and tell. You're right, Brother Carter. The program, the studies. Thank you, Brother Carter, for correcting me. Anything in addition, my brother and friend?
Praise Yah. No, sir.
Thank you, brother. I'm very appreciative, Brother Cottrell. Fellow students, here's how the studies will go tonight. The format, I'll be beginning in a new song or prayer in the book of Tehillim. You may be unfamiliar with this book, but the actual name for this book is Tehillim, not Psalms, the Greco-Roman name. 120. Plea for relief from bitter foes. Gives you the cause and effect in the format, in the structure. Brother Cottrell, on the other hand, will be concluding his studies in the book of Devarim. You might be unfamiliar with that name, the actual name. You might be more familiar with the Greco-Roman name, Deuteronomy, chapter 17. It speaks about principles governing our kings. And a continuation, justice must be administered. So I think my lovely Isha, Lasagna, has made it on. Let me bring her on stage. Let me open up her mic. Lasagna, may the Most High bless you. Okay. Can't open up her mic. I guess she has to unmute her. Lasagna, you're on stage. There she go. There she go. There you go. Lasagna, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Hello, can you hear me, Yamsu?
Loud and clear. Can you hear me, Lasagna?
Hey, shalom, shalom, family. All praise to the Holy One of Israel. Happy to be back. I hope everybody had a safe weekend. We back, getting to the program. All praises, all praises.
All praises, Lasagna. Brother Country and I, we're pleased to have you back. And I can suspect that these other students are pleased to hear your lovely voice. Thank you, Lasagna. May the Most High bless you. So without further ado, students, let's get started. Teely Hymn 120. Plea for relief from bitter foes. The structure and the format. This writer. Who does the writer call for in his or her moment of distress? Here's the format. They don't cry to the government. They don't cry to the local government. They don't cry to the mom and dad and sister brother. They don't cry to Yamsu. That's where they shouldn't. Because none of those entities can solve any of their problems. So their reliance on who can solve their problems. And so they address who they can solve their problems too. In my distress, I cry to Yah. That should resonate with you, students. If you're in any distress, you should be crying out to Yah. And he says, and he hurt me. He says, stanza 2, deliver my soul, which is a key component of your body, your soul. And he says, all should be reminded of the fact our soul is significant. Oh, Yah, what do we want deliverance from? We've all been victim to this. From lying lips. In conjunction with that, a deceitful tongue. Certainly in this universal captivity. Stanza 3. What shall be given to you? Or what should be done to you? You false tongue. What are you saying? What are you going to get out of it, so to speak? How is it going to benefit you? It's not going to benefit you to have lying lips nor deceitful tongues. You're going to reap what you sow, so to speak. Stanza 4. Sharp arrows of the warrior with coals of the broom tree. Nothing. You're going to basically reap what you sow. Sharp arrows of the warrior with coals of the broom tree. You're going to reap what you sow by virtue of your lying lips and deceitful tongues. And lastly, but not lastly, speaks volume, this last stanza. The writer is saying, if I'm in this construct, it's not going to be beneficial for me. And he says it, stanza 5. Woe to me that I dwell in Misha, meaning Japhites, among the Japhites. Woe to me if I dwell among the Japhites, that I dwell among the tents of the Kedar, Ishmaelites. These two entities. And so be careful in this universal captivity. If you simply want to hang out with the Japhites, you want to hang out with the Ishmaelites, it's not going to work for you. You're not either one of them. He says, woe unto me that I dwell in Misha, among the land of the Japhites. Certainly we can attest to that fact in his universal captivity. The evidence speaks for itself. Now, to dwell among the tents of Kedar, we can attest to that fact also in his universal captivity. He says, in reference to this, stanza 6, and this how he describes them in Misha, in the tents of Kedar. My soul had dwelt too long, and certainly we can attest to that fact in his universal captivity, with one who hates peace. And certainly, the Japhites and the Israelites, they do hate peace. He says, in reference being a Hebrew Israelite, or simply an Israelite, it should be. Stanza, the last stanza. I am for peace. But when I speak, they are for war. They're warlike people. The Japhites and the Israelites. My soul had dwelt too long among them. Simply mean I need to be among my own kind, which we should be longing for, especially in reference to this universal captivity. Praise Yah, bless the writer. Lasagna, beloved, any comments on the commentary?
No, none at all. Thank you,
Thank
Yamsu.
you, Lasagna. Thank you, Lasagna. Brother Cartray, any comments on the commentary?
All praise to the Holy One of Israel for the writer of this song, because he's spot on with today's time. Because you would think he's talking about universal white racial supremacy, which he probably portion of it is, which is Meshech and the tents of Kedar. We know that the tents of Kedar put us under the sub-Saharan slave trade before the transatlantic slave trade. And we know that neither one of these people love peace. And their spirit is the same today. But are we responding to the situation like he is? Because we're in distress too. Are we crying to Yah? Is Yah hearing us when we cry out to him? Will Yah deliver our soul from the man that speaks forked tongue, lying lips, and a deceitful tongue? How long are we going to trust these people? Because we know who they are. And we know it's waiting for them. Yah says sharp arrows of the mighty and coals of juniper. Those are a description of the weapons they have today in a metaphysic way. Because their arrows today are fiery. They call them bombs. Praise Yah and bless his holy name.
Thank you, Brother Cartray. Thank you, Lasagna. Fellow student, as promised, my dear friend, Brother Cartray, we're proceeding on to the study in the book of Devarim, chapter 17. Brother Cartray and Lasagna, fellow students, may the Most High continue to shower his favor upon you with his love, mercy, kindness, and may he continue to enlighten you with his light, wisdom and understanding, and humility. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. Brother Cartray, dear friend, you have the mic.
Thank you, Brother Yamsu Fari. And may the Most High respond to your words with favor. Praise Yah.
Thank you, Brother Cartray. Praise Yah.
Give thanks and praise to the Holy One of Israel for our great prophet Moshe, who gives us a glimpse into our history, our past, our culture, our nationality, our ethnicity, and the codes and regulations that we're supposed to live by. He's talking to the second generation that came out of Mizraim, because that first generation is not here with us anymore. So Moshe goes on to say in the 17th chapter of the book of Devarim, the book of his words, you shall not sacrifice unto Yah your Elohim any bullock or sheep wherein is a blemish or any ill favoredness, for that is an abomination unto Yah. Whatever you offer to Yah has to be perfect, without blemish. If there be found among you with any of thy gates, which Yah your Elohim gives you, man or woman, that have wrought wickedness in the sight of Yah your Elohim in transgressing his covenant, because we all under the covenant, and have gone and served other deities and worshiped them. Y'all know we're not supposed to be doing that. Either the sun, worshiping the sun, or moon, or any of the host of heaven, which I have not commanded. And it be told you, and you heard of it, and inquired diligently, and behold, it be true, and a thing certain, that such abomination is wrought in the nation of Israel, somebody worshiping idols, the sun, the moon, and the stars. Then shall you bring forth that man or that woman, which have committed that wicked thing, into your gates, even that man or that woman, and shall stone them with stones till they die. And the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. It can be he say, she say. People have to see you, more than one. But at the mouth of 1 witness, he shall not be put to death. That's the he say, she say. The hands of the witness shall be first upon him to put him to death. So if you're bold enough to say and make accusations that you saw somebody do something, you're an active participant in the justice process, because you have to stone that person if you saw him do something that's worthy of death. And afterwards, the hands of all the people. So it ain't just you by yourself. Everybody that's in that town or that city or that village, they have to come forth and participate in that justice part as well.
Dear
Yes.
friend, if I may interrupt you for a minute, I like this justice system better. This
Like it
justice
better?
system, yeah, I like it better because he says, he said, and what I think does not predicate.
Right.
What you think, you have to witness. You cannot put allegation out on people without witness. You must be a first-hand witness, and 2 or more witnesses have to verify what you said, not speculation. Thank you, Brother Country.
And those witnesses are the first one to throw stones.
Exactly.
So you shall put the evil away from among you. If there arise a matter too hard for you in judgment, between blood and blood, that's brother and brother, between plea and plea, his word and my word, and between stroke and stroke, he punched me, I punched him back, between matters of controversy within your gates, then you shall arise and get thee up into the place where Yah, your Elohim, shall choose. That's the temple in Jerusalem. And you shall come to the priests, the Levites, and unto the judge that shall be in those days, and inquire. And they shall show you the sentence of judgment, and you shall do according to the sentence which that of that place which Yah shall choose shall show you. And you shall observe to do according to all that they inform you, according to the sentence of the law which they shall teach you, and according to the judgment which they shall tell thee. You shall do. You shall not decline from the sentence which they shall show you, to the right hand or to the left hand. And the man that will do presumptuously and will not hearken to the priests that stand to minister before Yah, your Elohim, or to the judge, or even to the man, that man shall die. And you shall put away the evil from Israel, and all the people shall hear and fear and do no more presumptuously. When you're coming to the land,
Brother
go ahead.
Cantrell,
Yes.
I like that, dear brother, dear friend. I like that. It puts aside a lot of controversy and speculation. If you got 2 brothers at all against one another, and can nothing be determined, then they go before the priest, the high priest. And the high priest cried out to the Most High to get the right answer. See, it puts aside a lot of clouds of controversy,
Right.
which that settles on a nation.
Hello.
It clears up the matter,
Mm-mm.
and if the person is not willing to humble themselves before the
ladder.
instructions of the Most High, then they got to answer for it.
It's in the ladder. That's right. And the West has copied that system. They just don't call it priests. They call them magistrates and judges. So if I have a dispute with you, I go to the civil court.
Yeah, so-called Supreme Court.
That's the highest court. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they have lower courts where you can appeal and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But This is the system that we had to abide by. You had to go to the priests or the judges. In the 14th verse, it says, when you are coming to the land which Yahweh Elohim gives you, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set up a king over me. Because you know we want kings, somebody lead us, right?
Exactly.
Like as all the nations that are round about me, you shall in any wise set him king over you, whom Yahweh Elohim shall choose, not of your own choice. It ain't no election. The Creator got to choose him. One from among your brethren shall you set king over you, not a foreign person, not some alien from another nation. One from amongst your own people. You have to set him king, that you may not set a stranger over you, which we got now, right? We got strangers. We vote for strangers, governors, mayors, senators, congressmen. And do they have our interests at heart?
No, brother. The fact speaks for itself. The evidence speaks for itself.
Right. So the strangers that rule over us, they will never have our interests at heart. So we need our own leaders. Yeah.
Brother Cartier and Nasanya and fellow students, even in personal endeavors, not only their judges, I've had experience with this whole so-called law enforcement coming to handle matters for me, and they lie. And did it shock me? At the time it did. But when I thought about it, and when I studied about it, that's what they do. They got lying tongues and they're deceitful. And they're not here for our best interests. They're here to meddle, to confuse, to lie, to separate, and to keep us at odds against one another. They're not our friends. And I'm speaking from personal experience. And on much more occasion than that. So, Brother Cartier, what you just shared in the studies, the evidence speaks for itself.
And the fact that the nation of Israel had a king and not a democracy like modern day Israel, which is a Western nation, where is their king? Where's their royal seed? We had a king. Our first king was King Saul. Then we had King David, then King Solomon. And the list of king goes on. But do modern day Jews have a king? No, they do not. Y'all say when you set a king over you, it has to be your brother. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Mizraim, to the end that he shall multiply horses. For as much as Yah has said to you, you shall henceforth return no more that way. Don't go back to Mizraim. Don't go back to Egypt. They ain't got nothing for you. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself. I guess King Solomon didn't get the memo.
Didn't follow the instructions. And as far as that, the horses, Brother Cartier and the son, your fellow student, he's talking about enriching themselves and pushing a military agenda.
Right. So the king couldn't focus on being militarily mighty. He couldn't focus on being a Don Juan, having multiple wives. He had to focus on his mission as king of the nation. It says that his heart turned away, because women will turn your heart away from the Most High. You know that.
You better believe it.
It happened to Adam, first man. It happened to the strongest man, Shimshon. And we know what happened to King Shlomo with all his wives. How many wives did he have?
Well, I think it's 300 wives and 700 concubines.
The other way around.
Turn it around.
Yeah. 700 wives.
Okay, and 300 concubines.
There's not even 700 days in a year. How many days in a year?
How are you going to service all them women?
I don't know. He must have did something, because I don't even know if he remembered every one of their names. But he was a wise man, the wisest man that ever lived. So he probably amazed them. He probably knew every one of their names. But they corrupted him, which is why Yah said a king in Israel should not multiply wives to himself, that his heart turned not away, which happened to King Solomon. His heart kind of sort of turned away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. It shall be.
As I spoke.
Yeah, silver and gold. Because that's the stuff that corrupts you. The more you got, the more you want. And it shall be when he sits upon the throne of his kingdom, what he got to do? That he shall write a copy of this law in a book, out of which is before the priests and the Levites. The king got a job. He got to write Yah's law. Now you got to write it. And it shall be with him, and he shall read it therein all the days of his life. You got to write it. He got to read it every day, that he may learn to fear Yah, his Elohim, and to keep his word, the words of his law and these statutes, and to do them, that his heart be not lifted up above his brethren. King can't be egotistical, thinking that he's greater than the people, and that he turn not aside from the commandments to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in the kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Yisrael. Praise Yah and bless his holy name.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell, for that detailed and depth study. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. Dear friend, I see no need to further lamb back off of what your studies were, because I was right in it to win it, so to speak, to learn the Most High Word. But I will ask my beloved Nasanya, any comments on the commentary?
No, none at all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nasanya. Brother Katia, any additional comments on the commentary?
Just the fact that these rules and regulations were broken by our people, and we find ourselves in the situation that we are now. But if we did follow these codes and regulations, how much peace will we have in our nation? Wow. It's so orderly. All praise.
Exactly. All praise. Thank you, Brother Katia. That concludes our studies for the night in the Most High Word. Praise the Most High. But let us continue on the format of this so-called JC origin of Christianity, the rise of cities. The aftermath of the Crusades coincided with a major economic revival in Europe. As the new nation state of France and Britain came into their own, the growing stability encouraged trade across the continent, from the Italian states, the Roman, and the South, particularly Florence and Pisa, to the cities of Vicente League in the north, including Bremen, Hamburg, and Lubeck. At the same time, the decline of Constantinople, the Roman, created a temporary vacuum in the trade with the Islamic Ottoman Empire, Ishmael, a vacuum that the mercantile cities of Venice and Ionia rushed to fill. By the early 14th century, Venice had all but replaced the Byzantine Roman rump state as the principal European conduit to trade with the Ottomans, Ishmael. Vast wealth poured into the city, laying a financial foundation for the part Venice was destined to play in the Renaissance. Innocence grand design. The heyday of the Latin Roman Church began with the Fourth Lateran Council of 1215, convoked by one of the greatest of medieval popes, Innocent III, 1198 through 1216. Innocent wanted to forge a church that would rule over society, mind control, in almost every aspect. As I always say, universal white race supremacy controls every aspect of your life, law, politics, sex, you name it, I call it. That's what's designed. As a result, the role of the priest in this so-called church changed from being mere sacramental prevails to true pastors, actively serving the community of their parishes. Only the ablest teachers were appointed at cathedral schools, and bishops were held accountable for the inspirational quality of sermons preached in their diocese. Rising prosperity also fueled a rapid growth of population and steady decline after the fall of the Roman Empire. The military Roman Empire is still in control, not by the military empire, across Europe, and they're still in control across Europe, even in these United States of America. Forests and marshlands were cleared and drained to make room for new settlements, which in time would emerge as cities in their own right. All these developments produced a degree of economic activities that, by some estimates, would not be surpassed until the 19th century. The Magna Carta. I know some of you may have heard about it. Social movements were reflected in political changes as well, following an ill-fated showdown with Innocent III, the Pope, and the loss of Normandy after the Battle of Bouvines. I told you they're militaristic. 1214. England's so-called King John was compelled to sign the Magna Carta, which greatly curtailed the virtual unchecked power of the monarchy. Yours, Frederick II of Hohenstaufen dynasty was forced to grant considerable autonomy to principalities under his sway. The key engines of economic growth, as part of that economic growth, had become the mercantile cities. A new middle class of merchants, craftsmen, artists, and other professionals nurtured and sustained the European economy, and still does, and demanded a voice in how the cities were governed, such as Florence and Cologne, shook off the rule by local princes and bishops. Their anointed cities, councils made up of leading mercantile families in Germany. Such urban centers became known as the Imperial Free Cities. Proud that they owed alliance, a tribute to no one save the emperor under the Roman and the Roman Catholic Church. And let me speak briefly about the Franciscan order. Francisco de Bardon, ca. 1181 through 1226. The Franciscan order was the son of a rich ship merchant from Assisi. After growing up in extravagant living, he experienced a vision that impelled him to embrace poverty in 1209. Though he was not an ordinary priest, he had no clerical education, Francis petitioned to have his new movement recognized by the Pope, Innocent III. Granted the request. Oh, they give out all kind of requests. Probably because he recognized, because his daddy was rich probably, he recognized that the Franciscans could be powerful extensions of his program, control, to reach into the poorest region of Italy. Mind control, economics control, all about control. No, not by virtue of the Romans per se, but the mindset of the Greco-Romans. All about control. Control of religion, control of the people, control of the economics. quite remind me of another system at play, universal white race supremacy. Oh, it's true. You can get mad all you want, but the evidence speaks for itself. I'm going to conclude the studies tomorrow, and I'll pick up tomorrow the rise of scholasticism. The rise of scholasticism. Ooh, man. Using Aristotle and all those kind of fellows, Greek guys and Roman guys. You better do your studies. That's all I can tell you. Don't get hoodwinked and run amok. Brother Cottrell, dear friend and brother, any comments or comments? No, Lasagna, beloved. Any comments or comments?
No, none at all. Thank you.
Thank you, Lasagna. Brother Cottrell, dear friend, any comments or comments?
Yeah, Brother Yamsuf, universal white racial supremacy is the Greco-Roman Empire. It's a
You
continuation.
better believe it.
It's
You
a
better believe
continuation.
it.
It's
You
a
better believe
continuation.
it. You
It's a
better believe
continuation.
it.
It's a
You better
continuation.
believe it. You
It's a
better believe
continuation.
it. You better believe it.
Yamsuf,
Yes, sir.
you gotta let me finish, man.
Okay.
So we're watching the fourth empire, the fourth kingdom, which is the Greco-Roman. And all they did was switch their power to the religious power through the Pope, the Roman Catholic Church. And evidence of that is through the Crusades. They picked up their weapons and went virtually worldwide, trying to dominate the world through Christianity with their swords, with the Crusades. So they didn't change their MO. They just changed their face, the image of the Greco-Roman Empire. Now it's the Roman Catholic Church, which you have all these divisions that come from it because the fourth kingdom, Most High said, is made of iron and clay, and iron and clay don't mix, which is why you get all the divisions from under the Roman Catholic Church: Methodist, Protestant, Lutheran. What else? So many. Episcopalian. So all these divisions come because of this Greco-Roman Empire. Praise Yah and bless His holy name.
Well, Brother Cottrell, dear friend, don't forget the Baptists, the Church of God in Christ, and all them, so on and so forth.
Jehovah's Witness, Seventh-day Adventists.
Don't forget them.
Zion. Angelic ones. You got the Mormons and okay. How y'all get so many
All of them,
divisions
Brother
out of one book?
All of them, my dear brother.
Yeah, but it's all one system. The Greco-Roman, the fourth kingdom that Nebuchadnezzar saw in his dream, one statue. We're in the feet part right now, iron and clay. So watch out for that stone, because the stone is going to smash the feet of this statue that we in right now. So Yah's waking up his people. And the Greco-Roman Empire, they know they're on their last leg, which is why you see them in desperation. All these billionaires, they trying to go underground and build bunkers and go to Mars and the moon and build space stations, and they bugging. They think they're going to escape Yah's judgment, but they're not.
Thank you, dear friend. And they're not. Well, Brother Cottrell and Lasagna, fellow students. Lasagna, although it was difficult for her tonight, but that's how life is. Sometimes it's difficult. But she didn't let up, as we all shouldn't let up. She has done her due diligence, moral obligation as a sister, a daughter of the nation, by way of her comments and her commentaries, as a daughter of the nation should be doing, to some extent, shape, form, and or fashion. Not necessarily on a radio program, but by helping programming your children. Simply the hand that rocks the cradle. Brother Cottrell and I, nothing special other than elders who have been duty bound and more obligated by way of the Most High, as all elders should be duty bound and more obligated by way of the Most High, to instruct the nation, as we have done. The son, your brother Cottrell and I, to some extent, shape, form, and a passion. Not necessarily on the radio, talk program, but the best you can with what you have. That being said, fellow students, Lasagna Brother Cartier and I, we're humbly honored to have an opportunity to share in these studies with you. But fellow students, it's incumbent upon each of you to do your due diligence, moral obligation to this extent. Study the Most High Word. Even write them down. Meditate on the Most High Word. Trust in the Most High Word. Cry out to the Most High Word by reference of His Word. And simply say it. Let the Most High Word be your footsteps and your pathways. And the Most High Word only. Fellow student, as Brother Cottrell mentioned, some of us think we can bug out. No, you can't bug out. You got to stay in. So what are you going to be in with? The in crowd? I strongly advise and suggest that you don't. You be with Yah's crowd. Because the Most High Word's going to work in spite of what you think. Because it's working. Look at it. The universe is working. Look at it. The animals is working. The trees, the flowers, the insects is working. But for you, your reliance is everything I mentioned. Should be is everything I mentioned. Trust in the Most High. Because the Most High Word is working for you individually. It works if you work it, apply it, activate it.
Amen.
Praise Yah. And bless His holy name. Hallelujah.
With the cat.
Fellow students, I will now ask my lovely Isha, Lasagna, to make her closing remarks and good nights. I will ask Brother Cartier, our dear friend, Lasagna and I, to make his closing remarks and a good night and close it out for the night. Praise Yah. Lasagna, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
See Brunson dribbling less tonight.
Well, Lasagna, we can't hear you. Maybe you got your phone on mute. I know you've been working, beloved. I know you've been working. Okay, she's trying. I hear her down in the studio, but I can't hear her up here. Brother Cottrell. Okay, hold on. I got you. Hold on, fellow students. Let me put it back on the stage. All right, Lasagna, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Thank you. Shalom and good night, family.
You see my beloved putting in the work? She's still administrating, still doing her part, her due diligence, moral obligation.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Lasagna. It's a pleasure working with you and Brother Cottrell. Brother Cottrell, you have the mic.
Shalom and good night, family.
Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Shalom and good night, family.
Somebody call my name. I went down to see. Heard at least one voice calling down at me.
wisdom call, and understanding put forth her voice. In the top of high places, by the way, where the paths met, she stands. Beside the gates at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors, she cries aloud, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice to the sons of men. O ye thoughtless, understand prudence, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. What could I do? Wisdom calling me over here, over there. Seems like everywhere. In your heart, in the night, in your heart, ooh yeah, in the night, I just can't do without it. I can't do without it. Yeah, it's all been on my mind. Can't do without it. Of his works of old, I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. The fear of Yah, the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the All-Holy is understanding. But by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. That's all, that's all, that's all. Now therefore, ye children, hearken unto me. For happy are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction, and be wise, and refuse it not. Happy is the man that hearkeneth to me. Watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and obtaineth favor of Yah. But he that misseth me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Love death. Love death.